Hey guys, I'm Jason White. This is my channel, Jason's Weird Reads. Thank you for joining me. I've decided nobody's tagged me to do this. I did a similar tag to this last year, and I thought I'd do it again this year just to keep track. And this is the mid-year check-in tag, and I believe that this tag was created by Harriet Rosie. So go check her channel out. So there's 10 questions here, and we might as well get into it. Question number 1. How many books have you read so far this year? I got my trusty Mac with me, so I'm gonna look it up on Goodreads, and my challenge was to read 50 books this year. As of this recording, I am at 23 books. And that is one book ahead of schedule. Yay! Alright, question number 2. What's your favorite book so far this year? That's a good one too. I'm gonna go into the books that I've read, and I'm gonna look through. You know, I've read some pretty good books this year. One could argue that I'm easy to please, and I wouldn't dispute that. But you know what? I think I'm gonna go with The Rest Maidens. The Rest Maidens kind of hit me. It surprised me. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was, and that's not a dig at the author or anything. It's just I was reading her for the first time, Gwendolyn Keist, and anytime I'm reading a new author, if it's good, if it's really good, it's going to surprise me. You know, honestly, this was a tie-up between Same Deep Water as You by Chad Lutzke and The Rest Maidens by Gwendolyn Keist, but I'm going to go with Gwendolyn Keist's book because it was just, wow. I think it had so much to say about the Rust Belt, and the way we live today is just ridiculous. You know, you go to work, you come home, watch TV, go to bed, repeat, and that's it. It's like, it's almost empty in a way. And of course, her book isn't exactly about that. It goes much more deeper, but I think you understand what I mean. Especially if you've read the book, you might understand what I'm getting at. Okay, question number 3. What's the most disappointing book you've read this year? I'm going to go with Mapping the Interior by Stephen Graham Jones, and there's a couple reasons for this. One, the book kind of felt like a mess to me, and I think, honestly, the author got stuck and then just started pulling things in order to complete the story. That's just the way I looked at it. It just, you know, it's a book I should have liked, but I didn't. And, yeah, so Stephen Graham Jones actually is a really good writer. Everything else I've read by him, I've enjoyed. So Mapping the Interior is very hyped. Everyone who's talked about this book was like, oh, this is the best book ever. And then I read it, and I was expecting it to be this amazing thing, and it just wasn't for me. So Mapping the Interior by Stephen Graham Jones is my most disappointed read so far this year. Question number 4. What genre have you read the most this year? And that's obvious. Horror, obviously. Name a new favorite author that you've discovered this year. Okay, I went with Gwendolyn Keist in my most surprised book that I've enjoyed the most so far. You know, really, it's a tie-up between her and Chad Lutzke again. They were both new to me this year, and they both just floored me. So I'm going to cheat and name them both. Definitely Chad Lutzke and Gwendolyn Keist. Question number 6. What's the most surprisingly good book you've read so far this year? Okay, I'm going to answer this with The Same Deep Water as You by Chad Lutsky, because that book, again, it was a new book, a new author, I mean, that I hadn't read before. And I wasn't expecting to have the emotional impact that it did on me. It's a very good book. It's short, it's easy to read, and I just really enjoyed the whole 80s lifestyle, the connection to the music of the time, and sort of the crazy way that, you know, we used to live back then. And there's also just the characters. They were almost like people I used to know, and I really enjoyed that. I was really taken by that book. It surprised me, just like the Gwendolyn Keist book. All right. Question number 7. What are your favorite and most anticipated 2018 or 19 releases? And I can't really answer that because I'm terrible at keeping up with what's going to be released soon. I pretty much use Booktube and pretty much Booktube, honestly, to see what's new. And I check out newer books that way, because people are always talking about what's new and what's coming out. And you know, I need to find a good resource center or website where I can you know, find out all the books that are coming out, because I've always been terrible very, very bad at keeping up with what's coming out, because even if I learn that something's coming out, I forget. I don't understand. All right, question number 8. What's your next big priority for your reading? My next big priority is definitely going to be the Bloody Beach read along, because you know, it's starting. It's gonna, in like 2 weeks we'll be doing that, so that's a big priority for me. And I'll put that video down there, my announcement video. And question number 9. What's been your bookish highlight of the year so far? And I'm gonna go with my my Wheel of Time read along, because it hasn't gone the way I was hoping it would, but I'm still reading the books, and there is conversation happening on the Goodreads forum, I guess you could call it a group. And so, you know, that's fantastic. It so far it's a success, because I just finished book 4, about to start book 5, and I'm not slowing down. So that's good. And these are really big books. My God, they're big books. Oof. Okay, so I think that's it. I'm not going to tag anyone on this, because I think most people would come and do this tag in the same respect that I did it, just to keep track of where you are at this time of the year. And so yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please, you know, do all the stuff. And thank you for watching, and keep being creative, and I'll catch you in the next bookish video.